Hey everybody, it's Jeff Antoniuk. Welcome to Digging Deeper Jazz. So today I want to talk about this really cool melodic idea that ends up being a pretty good harmonic idea. 1, 5, 10. This is going to apply to all instruments. It's a really fantastic way to practice tunes, to get deeper inside tunes, and to get sort of some new sort of modern sounds into our playing, even though this is going to harken back to Bach and Baroque music. So 1, 5, 10. What I'm talking about is play the root, play the fifth, play the 10th. What's a 10th? It's the third. Sounds like this. That's it. 1, 5, 10. So it's a triad, but instead of playing 1, 3, 5, we play 1, skip the 3, play the 5, 1, 5, and put the third on top. There is so much hip stuff that we can do with this, and we're going to dig into it using the song Stella by Starlight as a point of departure. It's a song that many of you adult amateurs out there have played. If not, it's a great song to get working on. There's a lot of great harmony in there that we can dig into. But first of all, I want to talk about my t-shirt, Maryland Summer Jazz. It's February right now. I'm not sure when you're seeing this video. Maryland Summer Jazz happens in July of every year. The last 2 weeks, we do 2 different sessions. This is one of the few workshops on earth built for adult amateurs, built for you folks. This is our 16th year. And we just opened registration 5 days ago in mid-February. We're almost 40% sold out in 5 days. So I really want you to attend. We have people that come from all around the world here to the Washington, D.C. area to do this. We have a ridiculous faculty this year, including one of my heroes, Rick Margitza on the saxophone, Miles Davis's last sax player, Rick Margitza, and Paul Bolenbach on the guitar, and Sherry Miracle on drums. We have like literally a handful of guitar spots left. So if you're interested in doing this, make your way to MarylandSummerJazz.com. What I want to tell you is Maryland Summer Jazz is foundationally different than every other camp on earth. I will guarantee there is no camp on earth that does it the way we do it. And that is, we start working together months before the camp. We start working together on the music and doing weekly lessons. Like, we really start digging into what's going to happen. You show up to Maryland Summer Jazz in July knowing everyone who's coming from around the world. You show up actually knowing the music so we can hit the ground running, not messing around with what's a Dorian scale or, oh, I've never heard that song before. It's an amazing experience. I would love to work with you there. I hope you get to sign up and do it before too long, because yeah, these spots are going to be gone. Okay, let's talk about this 1, 5, 10 thing. So it's really that simple. So of course, if you have a major, so I'm playing in the key of F here just for the heck of it. If you have a major chord that you're working with, it's literally 1, 5, and 3 on top. Of course, we can make that minor, 1, 5, flat 3. Interestingly, if you have a dominant chord, it's the same as a major chord, because I don't even have a 7th in here. It's just a triad. A major triad or a dominant chord, it's still a triad, right? So we can also do a diminished or a half diminished sound by lowering the 5th. And yes, we can do an augmented sound too. So actually, when I play through Stella by Starlight, that song has half diminished chords, minor, dominant, major chords, augmented chords too. So you can hear what this thing sounds like. Now, why would we busy ourselves with something like this? It is so good for us, especially horn players, to play these wider intervals. They sound so beautiful, but we so rarely play fifths and sixths like this, and that's what we get. We're so often playing scale ideas. Maybe we're playing a third as we arpeggiate a chord. So it gets us thinking and playing a little bit differently. It's just a triad though. And where I first became aware of this beautiful sound was from Johann Sebastian Bach and his first cello suite. And that's the opening 3 notes. We hear that 1, 5, 10. And that's hard to do without those notes wobbling and staying in tune and the breath support that it takes. So there's really something about our instrument, especially again the horns, but this is all very doable on the bass, on the guitar, on the piano, and of course Bobby McFerrin does this stuff with his voice. I really want you to give this a try. So there's a PDF, as there always is. I'd love to send you this PDF. And so what I did is I wrote out the first, I think, half or so, the chord changes to the song Stella by Starlight, and all I did is wrote out this thing, this 1, 5, 10. So I want to play it right now for you so you can hear what this sounds like. It's really, to my ears, pretty incredible sounding, and it's really worth you digging into this and doing it. Here we go. Let me play it for you. All right, that's a long blow. I may need to catch my breath. So it's pretty nonstop. I was forcing myself to play kind of in the bottom of the instrument. So could you hear how, I mean, that was amazing comping. I've played solo saxophone gigs and used that device. Well, that's what Bach used for solo cello. If it's good enough for Bach, probably good enough for me, right? I've used that playing duo with other horn players. And what a fantastic way for me to play both bass and comp by doing that, right? Because the information is there. Now, there are other voicings we can use. I used 1-5-3. I also like using 1-7-3. So that gets more harmonic information into what's going on. But you can see on the sheet, right, in the first measure, I'm playing the root, the flat 5, and the flat 3rd, the important notes of a half diminished chord. In the second measure, I'm using the root, the 5th, and the 3rd. Even though it's an A7 flat 9, I don't, according to the rules I've set for myself here, I'm not able to play a flat 7 or a flat 9 or any of that. I was just staying with this simple voicing, this simple melodic cell, and it sounds incredible, doesn't it? So of course, like I said, wow, this really gets us having to play the instrument pretty well. And it's for a song you think you know. This is a song I've been playing 30 some years, and it really kicks my butt to start displacing these intervals. Thirds that I'm used to being right near the octave, well, now that third is a 10th away. Yes, it's pretty interesting. So I would love for you to do this. Do this on a blues. Do this with 2 chords, a C chord going to an F chord. Just go back and forth. You're going to be stunned at how interesting it is. For someone like me that's been jealous of guitar players and piano players who can accompany themselves and comp for themselves and play all this amazing stuff on their own, this is a way for us horn players to do it. And again, that's a wonderful sounding voicing. What a beautiful sound on the piano or the guitar. That nice wide open sound. So I'm going to turn you loose on this one, and I would love for you to come back to this a couple times a week for months, for years, and start applying this to different songs. And I think you're going to notice your improvising is going to change a little bit. You're going to start playing some different material. You're going to start hearing these chords a little differently. Or for horn players, you're going to start hearing chords for the first time, right? We're used to playing melodies. So sometimes since we don't play chords ourselves, we're just not really hearing them. We don't think about that. That's not in front of us. We're melody people, right? Well, here's a way where you can play a melody that strongly implies the harmony. I can't play harmony, but this is as close as I can get, and it's pretty amazing. So I'm going to turn you loose on that. Please make your way to MarylandSummerJazz.com. I would love to work with you and this ridiculously amazing faculty that we have for these 2 weeks of Maryland Summer Jazz. Some folks come for one of the 4-day sessions. Plenty of people come and attend both sessions. So I hope to see you there. Have a great time with this. Dig into it. Give it a try. Take care.